afternoon everybody, welcome to DCS for the very first time on the channel. Getting used to all of the controls and all of that kind of stuff, but yeah, hopefully you're all looking forward to today. I am. It's going to be something very different than something that I've done for a long time now. Yeah, looking forward to this. Should be pretty cool. So welcome on board. Those of you who may be tuning in for the very first time, we're going to go through everything from kind of real basic sort of new pilot-esque stuff through to me hopefully attempting some air-to-air refueling or that kind of stuff. So I've just spawned in here initially just to show you guys a little bit of carrier work, and there's the jets positioned quite nicely out in on the deck, wings folded and all the rest of it. So pretty niche, pretty swish. Blending two words at once there. I feel like I'm already maxed out today. Ian, welcome to you. Hope you're well. Living on a player. Ian has already purchased his win-win kit. Nice to see Big Phil's is coming to the dark side. You'll definitely have some learning to do if you've never played before. I'm hoping I'm going to do alright. Badger, welcome mate. Canadian Flight Simmer. Dursey2 Steph as well. Good afternoon. Roy, welcome to you. Commentator living on a player, Zato. Howdy, howdy. Hopefully this audio and everything sounds okay. It's the first time, obviously, using DCS. And because of that, I've got no idea what the sound output looks like and sounds like. So do let me know throughout the stream. Hopefully the sound's just about right. And we're going to dive in. Instead of kind of straight away on a flight, I just spawned in here just to show you guys this. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Got the Tobii eye tracker fired up and all the rest of it. So it allows me to lean, look and all the rest. So that's pretty cool. So what we're going to do is going to go back to the menu. And I'm going to show you guys this. So into the training menu, and I've got the Apache as well, as you can see. The other three are included in DCS when you first download it, and it's free to download as well. Now it's worth mentioning, if you watch this video and you think, well, this stream, and you think, my goodness, I need a little bit of DCS action, I need a bit of spice in my flight sim life, then then you can get 50% off your entire first order. So have a little look at what you might want to have in your first order with DCS, aircraft, scenery, packages. You want Super Carrier Pro, obviously, probably Syria or Persia and a few other bits, and it will get you for half price. So the A18's a fantastic aircraft. The F16's loved by a lot of people as well. Valley, welcome, first stream as a channel member, good to see you. And hey, Linksa 495th, welcome to you mate, thanks for joining us as a channel member. And Zato, super generous, thanks mate. British Avgeek first indeed, good luck he says, have fun, try not to kill each other. Let's hope not. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to skip through some of this taxi takeoff tutorial and all the rest of it. VFR overhead pattern landing we'll get to in a moment. I'm going to start with carrier taxi and takeoff, and that's going to kind of show you guys how to do. I'm going to step through a couple of these, and then after a little while we're going to go to campaign, and I've downloaded Bold Cheetah, which is a 13-step mission created by a DCS community member, and it requires the Persia map and the F-18, but it's effectively something that somebody's put together in the community in DCS and uploaded onto the DCS forums for everybody else to enjoy for free. And it starts off with, from what I understand, if I show you guys this, where is it? PDF guide. So this is mission 1, and this Bold Cheetah, out of the 13 missions, gives you an overview, METARs, TAFs, various objectives as well, rules of engagement, don't fire unless fired upon, threats detailed within the mission, 2 tankers for air-to-air refueling, and a couple of notes in relation to the flight plan, all the rest of it. Yeah, we're going to work through a couple of these. So this one initially has you do 2 flybys followed by an attempt at air-to-air refueling, and then number 4 and 5, I'm not sure what you have to do for those 2. Rendezvous, full time V330Z, or relieves until next cap. So it's about an hour and a half, I think, this first one. So do a bit of air patrolling and point 4 and waypoint 5, and then back to the carrier to land effectively. So that's a nice easy way of kind of easing into it. So who knows, we'll have a little look at that should I get well. I've got the Windwing F15, sorry, is it the F15 or F16 throttle with the Orion 2 throttle kit with finger lifts. Got loads of keybinds set up. I've got the Windwing F15 EX2 HOTAS and all the rest of it. Blue Games, welcome. I couldn't resist. Hope you are, mate. Which ocean are we based in today, Andy says. So we're going to be focused around Persian Gulf. Let's go back to training. And we'll go for carrier taxi and takeoff initially. Or should we do VFR stuff? VFR airfield straight in landing. Let's kick off with a landing, shall we? Oh no, let's do carrier takeoff and yeah, because that's cool. Loads of keybinds, all set up on the Windwing HOTAS and the throttle. Click switches for basically everything, so I'm hoping that means this is going to be really easy for me to kind of get my head around. Got to make sure my master switch is on safe. Oh, Blue Games, thanks mate, appreciate it. I've got to say as well, I've been chatting to some of the community members over on the DCS server, the official server, and they've been really helpful, reaching out, offering support, offering help and advice and things like that. Pretty cool. Fly Tim, it's... oh god, what's the name of the campaign? Hold on. Bold Cheetah. You can find it on the forums. Let's pause the music because there's plenty of music of those big jets at the back. So, things like zoom, really important for the keybinds. Fiddling around with keybinds and all the rest of it. I've got canopy. Let's see. Yes, so that works. So we can open the carrier, but we want it closed and locked. So let's get. So that's set to IFA. Interestingly.
Looking out of the cockpit to the right is the bow of the aircraft carrier and catapult.
But you don't have to do that. You don't have to set CV now in this, from what I had learned yesterday watching a video.
Looking ahead and a bit to our left.
Right, so we need to set our trim based on our total aircraft weight. You can find this in the checklist page from the support menu, which is down here. We're going to go menu, checklists.
As you may have noticed, catapult 1 is currently blocked by parked aircraft. Before taxiing forward, we will need to set our trim based on our total aircraft.
And we want that set to stab trim 17. What we're going to notice as well is all of these folks down here are all animated, and it's all part of kind of the AI stuff, which is really neat. I'm going to be tweaking my Toby eye tracker throughout this as well, because eye tracking's going a little bit silly.
If below 44,000 pounds, set 16 degrees of stab trim. If between 44 and 49,000 pounds, set trim to 17 degrees, and if over 49,000 pounds, set trim to 19 degrees, and afterburners are required for takeoff. So go on to the FCS page of the support menu.
Done that. The thing is, what you'll notice is here, you kind of want to listen to this, and you do it 2, 3, 4, 5 times to really get your head around it. And that tutorial chat will be talking all the way through, and actually, you kind of want them to, once you're happy with it, you want to be able to just click it and get it all away. But yeah.
Running from the bottom on the
Here we go.
page. Arm the ejection seat. Check that nose wheel steering is on. No warning lights. Hook is up. Flaps are set to half. Trim set to the total aircraft weight. Wings match wing fold handle. Oxygen on.
Folded.
Brakes off. Launch bar up. Anti-skid off. Master arm off. From the MPCD, select WTPT and cycle to waypoint 1. Countermeasures off. Radar altimeter to 40 feet. Canopy closed. Master external light switch aft. When all set, press spacebar to continue.
Waypoint 1. Radar out, set to 40, that's down here. There it is. Right out to 40 is pretty low, but yeah, we'll set that. And that's all set. We'll leave that on 2.9 and on 2. Master external light switches aft. It is now.
Directly to our right is a large yellow rectangle painted on the deck. This is the Jet Blast Deflector, or JBD.
That bad boy there.
This will redirect our engine exhaust.
Flight Captain says, I've not played DCS in a hot minute, I'm installing it again right now.
You will spread your wings when positioned behind the JBD.
Yes, Ranger Boy, thanks mate. It's the F15 with two throttles and then the finger lifts as well, which is really important for this because I can't really show you here, but there's finger lifts here which will allow you to move the throttles into the off gate, basically.
Stow the handle with the O key.
Right.
When they are down and the wing fold handle matches the wing position.
So routinely what I learned the other day is, because we're on the deck here alongside all this, you wouldn't actually routinely want to spread the wings now necessarily, even though we are quite close. So I'm going to just go space for now. Power brakes off. And then see where it says NWS there in the hood. Captain Locus is low.
This is indicated as NWS high on the HUD. If you have the wings folded, you do not need to hold down.
And when I press and hold the little button I've got set for that, it goes NWS high like so. So, just going to head away from this, and I want a bit of space first. And then I'm basically pressing and holding the nose wheel steering. Actually, I've selected nose wheel steering high now with my toggle, which is automatically holding that on nose wheel steering high.
Slowly and carefully roll forward until the nose wheel is just behind the catapult shuttle. The catapult shuttle is attached to the catapult and is used.
Okay, that's done. And now I'm going to go with my keybinds, spread the wings.
Behind the shuttle, you can either use the F2 external
Down they go.
or align the catapult shuttle off catapult 1.
So I've been practicing the carrier stuff a lot.
Press spacebar when aligned on the catapult.
And then you wait for a couple of seconds. And then I press the button to lock that in, and now I'm looking at this guy. Yeah, this is what I mean about the tutorial stuff, Devon, because the routinely you don't really want to touch the INS. But to be fair, I can't actually remember how to get the ILS realigned. Okay, brakes. Now I'm watching his animation, if you like. These guys here are going to start coming into action now as well, and as they're prepping the aeroplane, that there is telling me to drop my launch bar, which is that switch. They're doing their stuff. Now, the guy with the C on the back of his jacket, he's basically trying to tell the guy in the yellow, who's now moved out of the way, to keep us going effectively. So, this little bit here, we actually need a bit of power. And that's not enough power. So what has happened here is the wheel has kind of jutted against that, so we're going to keep her rolling. Little bit of power. Until it clicks in, like so. They're starting to do their stuff, and then I'm waiting for the next command. I'm not going to worry about the INS too much for this because we're not really kind of going anywhere. We're going to take off, and then that's the end of it. He's now telling me to lift the nose wheel steering. This is where I think the tutorial stuff within this is a little out of date for what you want, effectively, because the aircraft itself, from what I understand watching a couple of videos the other day, it's progressed significantly, so they don't really fall in line with what you want. In fact, I'm just going to go on to FCS a second. Yeah, that'll do. HSI. Okay, see him now? He's giving us a little wiggle. So, going to apply a little bit of power. We're being held on this. I haven't pressed space for a whole while, and now the tutorial's a bit out of kilter, which is the problem with this tutorial stuff. So we just have to kind of go through all of this.
And attach the whole back. This will also raise the JBD behind you. You can use external F2 view to confirm that the launch bar is
Blah blah blah.
Once attached,
You can't skip through it that well. I pressed space, but it doesn't allow you to skip it. So this is where you don't really necessarily want to use this.
You're now ready for the cat shot.
Okay, here we go. So ignoring that, so we're in mill, which is all the way forwards, and what you want to do then is wash the controls.
When ready, go to full power and initiate the catapult stroke.
And what we're doing here is we're basically wiggling all of the controls, and the ground crew are maintaining all of that for us. And then we're going to light the afterburners, go full power through the D10, and we want to do a salute, which is Control Shift S. They don't tell you in the tutorial. There's the salute. He grabs the tail rail, holding the power, letting go of the stick. Away we go. So with the correct trim, gear up, flaps auto. And then we'll get out of the afterburner. There we go.
This is to keep you out of the way of returning traffic.
That's it. There goes, press escape to conclude the lesson. So that's the first bit done. That's a carrier takeoff. So the missions aren't, well, these training exercises aren't the best. Let's see, VFR airfield straight ahead. Straight in landing, but we want the overhead pattern because this is the one I'm going to really struggle with. And then they've got like an instrument approach which gives you instructions on how to fly like their version of an ILS effectively. But I've done these like 2 or 3 times and I'm still not great at a lot of it. So we're going to go to, let's see, overhead pattern and landing. So let's go for that. Which is basically like a run and brake over the airfield. But there's actually quite a lot. I'd never appreciate the complexity of DCS, all the things around the jet. Here we go. A lot of green gates to fly through.
In the previous lesson, we learned how to perform a simple straight-in landing during VFR conditions. In this lesson, we're going to learn how to perform an overhead landing pattern. This should be your usual VFR
So while he's
pattern,
chatting,
and it will be very similar to a Case 1 landing pattern you'll use to land on the boat. I currently have the lesson paused, as I want to first outline the airfield overhead pattern. Before flying the lesson, please make sure you are familiar with the HUD symbology as described in the manual. Press spacebar to continue.
Okay, so that's not actually sensitive enough now. I'm thinking more about dogfights. There we go, that's a little bit better. Okay, so
Ahead of you is a series of gates. that
let's
you will
follow.
fly through.
Hopefully you can hear all of this.
These are designed to instruct you on where you should be during the pattern. You will start the pattern at
And as you can see,
800
there's so
feet
much
and
tweaking involved.
350 knots, just to
So
the left
800
of the
feet,
runway.
350 knots.
At the end of the
Going to
runway,
disengage that a
brake to the
second.
left with a G of 1% of your airspeed. In this case, 3.5 G for 350 knots. As your speed decreases, relax the G to match the speed. At 180 degrees.
So this is what I really
level
struggle
out
with,
on the
because I'm
downwind
used to
leg
flying
and
civilian
descend to
airliners
600 feet.
where you're flying
You
a
should be
nice
below
base leg
250
and
knots.
turning final for the ILS
Below
or
250
shooting an
knots,
RNAV X-ray or
lower
whatever it
the
might
landing
be,
gear
whereas
and lower
this
the
is
flaps to
a
fall down.
little bit trickier.
Press spacebar to
It's a
continue.
little bit, it's actually really tricky. So 180 degrees of turn, level out on the downwind leg, descend to 600 feet, below 250 knots, then lower the landing gear, lower the flaps down to full. So 800 feet and 350 knots, brake into the downwind to 600.
Once on the downwind leg, establish yourself at 600 feet and slow the aircraft to on-speed angle of attack of 8.1 degrees.
You'll notice here actually as well,
This can most easily be
the
seen
scenery
on
is a
the HUD
little
by
bit,
keeping the
it's not
velocity
Microsoft Flight
indicator
Simulator, is
inside
it?
the E bracket.
But actually
To the left of
it's
the
pretty
hood
swish
frame
still.
are the angle of attack index or lights.
Move my headset a little
When
bit.
on speed, the center donut should be lit.
And it's little
Maintain
things as
on-speed
well,
angle of
like
attack during the downwind leg.
setting up the
Press spacebar to continue.
angle of attack nicely. Can be quite tricky.
As you roll out on the runway heading, fly to place the E bracket on the runway threshold and use throttle adjustments to control your glide path to be 3 degrees. Use pitch trim to keep the velocity vector centered in the E bracket. Press spacebar to continue. Prior to touchdown, do not flare the aircraft, but rather let it fly into the runway with no more than 750 feet per minute, as indicated above your altitude on the HUD. That is an overview of what we will be doing. Before we try this out though, let's first set up a couple of things in the cockpit. First, set the altimeter display on the HUD to display radar altitude by moving the altitude switch on the HUD control panel to the down RDR.
Okay, so that's now gone to 11
Using
190.
what you learned in the TACAN lesson, set the
Rad.
TACAN to 67x and a course of 70 degrees. This is the
TACAN
channel to cover the
67x
airfield, and it will
on.
provide us useful information to line up our downwind and final approach legs of the pattern. Press spacebar when done, and you are ready to unpause the lesson.
TACAN. What was it? Course of 70 degrees. So the course knob 67x. There we go, got it. $70 degrees for course. So what that has now done here is given us a little T symbology up there for TACAN, showing us where the TACAN is. You've got the little thing, the marker there. See the little TACAN icon. If I move the scaling down to 20 or even 10 to be fair, and we've then set the course line, so that should give us a runway heading as well.
We are now flying ahead
Okay.
at 64 degrees,
My
at
controls.
370 knots and 1,000 feet. Fly through the gates ahead, which will place us at 800 feet and offset to the right of the runway. We don't want to directly overfly the runway. Maintain an airspeed of 350 knots. Cage the velocity vector on the HUD by pressing the Cage Uncage button to the right of the throttle grip or pressing C. Approaching the end of the runway, we will continue to follow the gates for a 180
Tiny low.
degree turn into the
10, 20
downwind
foot.
leg.
350.
Rate will be based on the G, that is
So
1%
1% of our 350 knot airspeed is going to give us 3.5 G. And then obviously as we're turning, that speed's going to decrease. So idle, throttle. 3G now is what we're targeting. I'm very bad at this, as you can see. 270, so 2.7 G down to 2.5 G, but we're also kind of slowing down onto the downwind. Speed's coming off, so what was that? Gear down and flaps full. God, look how sloppy that is. And then I've sunk way too low, so back up to 600 feet. So there's so much to learn. I've actually gone a bit too slow there, so I need to sort out speed a little bit better there. Yeah, gears down, flaps are full. And then wings abeam, starting to fly the approach. So using throttle, from what I understand, to control the rate of descent. Yeah, I'm using a HOTAS. Oh, that rate of descent's horrendous. Let's get some power in, wash that off. Yeah, look at that, that's crap. Mad Rabbit, again, it's the tutorial. It fires you into it, but if it's not aligned, they haven't actually taught me how to do that. So that's rubbish, isn't it? Look at that. So we go gear up, flaps. Just get out of here a second. Why is that flashing at me? Oh, the gear's broke. It's a bit weird. Get rid of that warning tone. Gonna bring the speed down a second. Gonna just go back down to about 250 knots here. And then try and fix the speed. Because I retracted the speed pretty quick into the go around, but perhaps I accelerated too fast. Okay, that's good. Gear back up. Yeah, me broke the gear. Again, so this is where the tutorials, Mad Rabbit's saying there, I've skipped those tutorials, they're rubbish in his opinion, he says. I reckon what we do is we go into campaign. I reckon we go into campaign. And from there, we go into bold Cheetah. Doug saying the MAV tutorials are terrible. Yeah, I actually find that they don't really encourage much learning. You know, like the carrier stuff. The carrier takeoff was do this, do this, do this. And then it was, yeah, well done, press escape to continue. And you don't really kind of learn anything. PvP server now, Nick says. I wish. I mean, if somebody wanted to set up a server, then I could join it. I was watching a couple of tutorial videos from like Spud Knocker yesterday. Quite a few actually. I've spent about 5 hours watching tutorial videos so far, and they teach you far more than these kind of tutorials that you provide in here. So what's this? You're finding blah blah blah. Okay, so we are call sign. Let's get my thing up here. We're on Bold Cheetah, and we are Uzi 11. Meta 3015. We learn by doing. Right, anyway, let's go. So, battery. Oops, I always forget right clicks in this. Loads of master cautions, battery switch FCES. That's all fine. They're off. I'm just going to make sure my throttles are in the same position, landing gears in the same position. Flaps are in the right position, park brakes on, anti-skids off. We've got chocks at the minute, and if we go to Alt hash, is it F5? F1, no options. Jets and weapons, don't want any of that. Let's hit F12. Right, anyway, let's get the APU fired up. So, just it's simple switch right there. APU's going to fire up. Green. Engine crank right. Through 23, out of the click spot, slight engine 2. Doc, welcome mate. By the way, those of you who want to fly the A32NX, sorry, the Fenix A320 in Microsoft Flight Simulator with the with our Osprey Airways livery, it is now fixed. Let's turn up our things, make sure they're all bright. It's going to do self-tests. Couple of testing modes.
Flight controls.
How do I find it's not in attack radar support page? Gotta work out all of this stuff. Engine crank 1, over here, O-bogs, that's all good. I'm gonna flick the old switch, get the external lights switched on. Oh yeah. So it can take a right old while trying to get all of this sorted out, to be fair. When you're just started and ready to go, contact Strike on channel 20 left. Just gonna, hold on, I'm gonna grab a pen. Paper! So, there's nothing about jumping into the deep end, hey? Strike 20 left. How do I align my INS? Oh yes, that's the point. Let's hide that. We're going to pop that on standby, pop that on down here. We're going to turn our ECM stuff on as well. He's on the move. FCS, got to reset that. That's good. Oh yeah, we've got to do some bits. So press and hold Y. And then we should now see all of our flight control surfaces moving around. The longer you hold that bit test, the more that's going to keep flicking away apparently. INS degraded, but I can't remember. Where's me Chuck's guide? Hold on. Bit menus, ADI sub menu, port menu, MIDS, multifunctional information distribution center is the NATO name for the communication component of Link 16 data links. I mean, Chuck's guide goes into an insane amount of detail. We've got here battery switch on, fire bleed. Oh, he's about to launch. He says in a minute. Oh yes, hold on. Oh, I always forget left is the wrong one. Oh, here we go. He's giving the salute. Tell you what, that's bloody cool, isn't it? That's AI. Look at that. I'm going to try and get Chuck's guide out for you guys. We need the anthem playing. Canadian Fly Silver says. Where is it? I'm just going to try and get this up. That's what she said. PDF guide, bingo. So this is Chuck's guide. It gives you control setups, lots of tips, tricks, and all the rest of it. What we want to do is start a procedure. We didn't do any of that. We just started firing her up, which is a little bit naughty, but all good.
Engine fire left. Engine fire left. Engine fire right.
Thing is, it's so complicated. The one thing I kind of want to get my head around is ATC on this and all as well, but you've got to learn how to operate these first before you start thinking about all the rest of it. EGT engine crank. I can't find anything here that's mentioning MCV, that's done. Left right DDIs, they're on day. HUD brightness, black level knob to the right. Alt switch to radar. To use radar as an altitude reference. Let's flick that down. Uncage that. Got to rotate that through 360 on bleed. And then we can close the canopy. ATT switches on auto. Already. INS ground alignment procedure, here we go. Carrier C alignment. You can either use normal alignment, which takes 8 minutes, or stored heading alignment, which takes roughly 90 seconds. If you want to use the stored heading from HSI page, press the DEDI. You can monitor the INS ground inertial navigation system ground alignment progress on the AMPCD. The ground qual timer displays the remaining seconds. 14 minutes. I'll just change the map here, get that off. You see that there? Qual 13.3. So if I change this to CV, which is allegedly quite a lot faster. He says. Alright, let's revert to heading, which is, if you want to use a stored heading from the HSI page, press the DDI button next to standard heading, then stored heading alignment will proceed. Okay, so we're going to go HSI, standard heading. Oh, sorry, hold on. Press the DDI button next to standard heading. Yeah, it is. Then the stored heading process will begin. Time. Here we go. 90 seconds. This is a lot faster. So while that's doing that, what we can also do is press this button, which gives us a couple of bits of information. So ILS channel 11 back for the ship. A18C is on 248.5, and the TACAN for this carrier is 74X. And we can flick through and look at our kind of briefing. So initially fly past Fajara, up to Kassab, then an attempt at refueling, which I'm sure is going to go really well. You guys are going to wet your pants. And then if we're successful, we come back and try a carrier landing, which I'm sure is going to go dreadfully. So yeah, there's the mission. It's just a show of force for today, apparently, and we don't engage anything unless we get engaged ourselves. So, so that's going to take 90 seconds. The alignment will take a few seconds to start. You can monitor that in the ground alignment progress. Ground qual timer displays the time remaining, which we've just looked at. Once OK appears next to ground qual, the INS alignment is complete, and then we can change it to IFA, which means in-flight alignment. 2, 1, qual 06, OK, IFA, INS is gone. Let's get the canopy closed. By the way, is that the button? There we go, that's my button. There's me key bind for that. And we want waypoint 1. Waypoint nav sequencing. There's no X's there, which is good. We also want to go to... we don't want FCA page. We want takeoff trim. Which is on another page. Where is it? Checklists. Of course it is. So actual weight is 44. So I think that's actually a trim of 14. It might be. Okay, so when your jet is started and ready to go, contact strike on channel 20 left. Oh, we've got to align the heads-up display as well, don't we? And we've got to do a bit test, so hold on. Support bit. FCS MCs go. P-bit go. Press and hold Y. Press the OSB next to FCS. FCA in test. So you've got to do all of this kind of stuff as well. And this is where something like Chuck's Guide is immensely helpful, because the tutorials that you watch or they go through, like the one we've just had a little look at for that carrier takeoff, they don't go into any of this detail. So you've got to really look at all the rest of it. You've got to try and do your own learning as best as you can, really. Right, so that's all going to go. We've got to hold FCS A and B. We've got to hold the Brit stuff for a little while. How long does this take? FCA and test. Oh my lord. Oh, actually, also, where is it? Go back to the bit page. Displays. XP 4A. Pilot data link system by pressing the DL button the first time to display the. I think that's the bit test completing actually. All the audio knobs are done. HMD, it is that. So we click that, and now this is in test. If we look across that way, because it's a bit darker, we want this to cycle through twice, through all of the different symbologies. And I think we then have to align this as well. So that's gone through a few times. We can press stop. And then we have to go to support. Support page. Helmet mounted display, align, and we get these crosshairs. So we have to now find the cage button on my yoke, on my throttle, which is this. Well, this is more difficult than I thought it would be. No, it is cage Mad Rabbit, but it's not actually. I think it's my Tobii eye tracker settings. It's too twitchy. Ah, chuffing heck. Is there an alignment option? Like an auto align? Alignment okay. Oh, right. And now I've got to do this one here, the X at the bottom. My goodness, that's messy. Hold on, DXDY. Goodness sake, hold on. Ah! The first one was FA roll, wasn't it? Good job, there's not a war going on. Get rid of that, it's crap. Can't do that for the life of me. We're just burning tons of fuel. Okay, but there's just too many things. It's that Chuck's guide, by the way, for the F18 is, I'm not even joking, what's happened to me keybinds? What are we missing here? Hydraulics are on. APU's automatically gone off. Put that on stand. Is it on? Yeah, it's on standby already. There we go. Yeah, 700 pages, and frankly, it's just too much. Right, okay, so we're going to go Alt, Shift. So, my theory is I do these campaigns, I'm going to make tons and tons of mistakes, but I'm actually going to slowly get my head around all of it.
Uzi check. 2. Strike. Uzi 1-1. Checking in with you.
Uzi 1, strike. Roger. The situation is as briefed. Iranian forces continue to harass and disrupt marine traffic in the strait. We hope your flight today...
Chief, remove the wheel chocks.
...won't be tolerated anymore.
Okie dokie.
Careful, and have great flight.
Wheel chocks are now removed.
Uzi 1 copies all. Uzi's push 4 left.
Brakes off. Nose wheel steering high. Rolling. And we'll use the traps down there In fact, hold on. Let me just check something real quick. Bold Cheetah mission, because I remember it saying... Was it in Chuck's guide? Okay, yeah, I've got to use 3 and 4, which are these ones. So he's now telling me spread me wings, which is that. Down they come. So much learning. Checklists. We'll go for 16 nose up and follow him. 2's on the right hand side. I'm hoping I can time this right so we can actually brakes. Launch bar down. I wish we could do screenshots. Well, I can, but I'm just going to focus on this today. So I can do a screenshot. Yes. There we go. I'm going to go control Y, like so. Hide that. Where's he gone? There he is. So, got to have enough force to get over this. Wah. There we go. It clicks in. Where's my launch bar? Retract. Wait for the commands. Up. That's all good. Oh, hold on. Wing and lock. Just spotted that. There we go. Back in. Ooh, that was close. So waypoint 1. What have we got here? It was TACAN. $74X. But we won't use that just yet. Okay. He's already up, my wingman. Not even waiting around for us. He's like, God, screw this guy. He's going to kill me. Put that down. Yeah, thanks Shad's Army. Good spot, mate. I'm not convinced. I'm convinced I missed something, but I don't think I have. I think we're pretty much there, folks. So, let's give him the old salute. We've washed the controls. Here we go. Flaps. Now I'm going to use the F10 map a second just to see where my wingman is. Uzi 1-2 up ahead. In fact, got him there, visual on the nose. Gears up, flaps are up, afterburners off, off he goes. No idea what he's doing, but So somebody, this mission, this campaign thing, this red, what was it called? Bold Cheetah. This is mission 1, and effectively what they've done is created a whole load of missions that are based upon a storyline, which are I think 13 missions in total. And it starts off like this, a little bit of close air support, and quite quickly can progress into something a little bit crazy. We want the ALA-47 system onto semi-auto. Well, let's go for semi-auto mode 1. What was that? 1 chaff, 1 flare. We'll just increase that to flares 2. Save. Return. And we'll get the old attack radar up ready. We want master switch to the arm position, so we are ready for grief. And then we just fly the mission. So this is like a gentle way of learning the aeroplane. Obviously I've done some of the missions first, the kind of training exercises which get you a bit more familiar with flying the FA-18. There's my wingman, he's over there. So what did we have to do? Fly over Fujairah, do a low pass. Emergency of the day. Load of code words there as well. So we might get a bit of ATC go online. Oh, we've got to monitor guard as well. What frequency is guard online? Guard is channel 6, 7.
Uzi check.
2.
Roger 2, we'll do the case 1 departure. Fly BRC 500 feet for 7 miles, then turn on course.
2.
Oh, so the mission's trying to catch up now. I don't really understand what's happened there.
Lucy 1, this is Wizard on guard.
There we go.
Contact me on channel 13.
Uzi check left.
2.
Wizard, Uzi 1, checking in as fragged.
So each event has a trigger on the campaign, so if you miss a step it doesn't quite sequence the next thing. We've got to do all lights off.
Uzi on
Look at that. Yeah, baby. Woo! A little bit of backstick. And there is an autopilot mode, so I can go autopilot,
Wizard, situation remains as brief.
attitude hold.
Forces are on heightened state of alert.
We're on,
And maintaining roving caps throughout the region, along with increased.
and we can turn couple mode on, coupled
Iranian
waypoint
naval
1.
Forces are continuing to harass naval shipping in the areas close to Kasab, but hopefully your show of force today will help deter that.
Lovely.
Insurgent attacks on the peninsula have increased in the last 24 hours, and there have been reports of man pads in and around the Kasab area. Use caution.
I've got no idea how to do chaff.
They're direct Fujairah, followed by Kasab. We want them to know that the United States Navy has.
Here we go. So it's just catching up on me rushing through the first bit.
Fujairah.
We're going to go waypoint, scale 40, stores, go ECM onto receive, just in case.
2 from 1.
We'll whack that up.
Cheetah is where they towed that Canadian Navy ship after it was hit. We might be able to see it once we're overhead. There's also been a lot of bombings and border attacks from the insurgents up in the hills. Things are getting tense.
I'll say, double check your countermeasures. Look after man pads.
No doubt.
This is cool because we're actually kind of like having a conversation with the wingman, and with that I'm actually kind of getting to grips with a little bit of the lingo, which is so far from MSFS, the civvy kind of flying. F10 gives us the tactical map. We're there. No, we're not. That's the ship. We are there. The gyro is on the nose. Runway 29, and then it'll be our left brake from there. We've got Texaco, which is our KC-130 tanker, but from Fujairah we're going to turn north up to Qasab, and then from there route back towards the tanker. I'm not envisaging any problems on this, but it's a nice way of getting into the DCS stuff really, and learn as we go. It's actually kind of easing me into it somewhat, and because it's, let's just get the mirrors out, see our wingman on the right mirror there. Because of the other tutorials that are included, I'm actually finding quite difficult to understand and deal with.
Uzi 1, descend and maintain Angels 4.
Descend Angels 4, Uzi 1.
Angels 4's 4,000 feet, isn't it? Ah, we're flying low and fast. Maybe we should go up to Angels 4. (29902). Well, actually, I'll climb to Angels 4. And then get rid of that. What are we doing speed-wise? Let's get to 350 knots. I'm going to press the auto throttle hold button, which I'm trying to find on my throttle. Are you still with me? The coupled autopilot makes nav actually quite simple because it's allowing us to deal with a lot of this. And
Uzi 1, Wizard, not above 350 knots.
Uzi 1, roger.
can't see
Bringing
any
it back.
speed. Oh, there we go. 340 ATC online.
Uzi 1, you are 10 miles from Fujairah. Contact Fujairah Tower 251.15 on regard for any transmissions for me.
Uzi 1 flight, push 251.15 on the left. 2.
Uzi 1, Wizard on guard. Contact tower on 251.15
Bell
now.
approach.
Uzi 11, tower, wind is 270 at 10.
Here we go.
Altimeter 3015. You're cleared for the low approach, runway 29er.
Uzi 1 cleared low approach runway 29. Two from 1. We'll bring it down about 200 feet over the runway on this low approach.
2.
Learning as we go. Ooh, overshot.
Uzi 1, after the low approach, turn right heading 350. Maintain 4,000 feet.
Oh, so no run and brake.
Heading 350 up to 4,000, Uzi 1.
He's with me.
Uzi 1, thanks for the show. Clear tactical, monitor guard.
Which was on 16, right? Fly Tim, so I've set a keybind. Let's get that back to Barrow. I've set a keybind for this basically. So on my HOTAS, I've set a keybind for kneeboard, which is that. But I'm not sure what guard was. Was it 12?
Uzi 1, this is Wizard on guard. Switch and answer. Button 1-3.
Oh,
Wizard
1-3. Heading 350 to 4, wasn't it? So this one's a very gentle kind of entry into all of this. Because we're not going straight into like dogfights and crazy action and all the rest of it. Little things like A18C, which is an auto throttle keybind, that helps because now I'm able to take my hand off the throttle and deal with a few other little things. So it has got like an autopilot, like attitude, hold and all the rest of it. Uzi 1-3, Wizard on guard, switch and answer button 1-3.
Uzi 1, this is Wizard on
There we
guard.
go, just little.
Read, contact me on button 1-3. Wizard out.
Well, how do I contact the guard frequency? 2611.
Uzi 1,
There we go.
you.
It's because I changed the frequency.
Wizard, Uzi 1, back with you.
Let's get back onto 4000.
Uzi 1, Wizard, roger. Proceed direct to Saab Air Base. Maintain 9,000 and not above 350 knots.
9000.
Direct Kassab, up to 9,000, not above 350.
So one thing I've learned from tutorials is taking it low and slow because we're thinking about their positioning relative to us. And yeah, this is where the auto throttle thing comes in really handy. If I was to grab the stick now and pull back, here we go.
We're coming up over the city of Diva. That's where the bombing of the port happened last week.
Heard there were some Orion operatives mixed in with the insurgents they caught.
Apparently so. Some members of Quds Force. The intel guys say there are a lot of cells operating down there.
Quds Force. These guys are pretty hardcore.
Yeah, they don't get any more hardcore than that. Okay, the plan, we're gonna do a low approach at Kassab, and we're gonna do it low, we're gonna do it loud. We're gonna make some noise and let them know we're here.
2.
Let's see. Going up to 9,000. And actually, so one thing that's worth knowing that I didn't know, ATC, which is the auto throttle control, is actually tied to your Mach number, Mach decimal 53, not your airspeed. So if I wanted to, oops, I've just bust 9. Just going to come level, get down to 9 a second. If I wanted to go to 350 knots, I could accelerate to that, press ATC again, and it will then recapture the next Mach number. But Mach 053 at 300 knots at this altitude's fine, isn't it, really? So we'll just leave it at that. I'm going to get that on the line. I think that's as good as I can get. Slightly off track. Just going to dip right tad. But yeah, this is the Persian Gulf region, and actually from this altitude it looks pretty good, doesn't it? We can lean across, have a little look out the side of the jet. Down below there's towns and all the rest of it as well. I've got my little map down here. If I click right, I get the diamond. I can then use my sensor to control the aeroplane. That there is the tanker, I believe. Yes, Texaco. There, that KC-130. So if I was to mark that, it would come up eventually as friendly, and it would give me information about it being a friendly aircraft. And I can basically just scan through various targets as we fly along. I don't think anything actually produces themselves during this mission, for what it's worth.
A lot of places to hide down there.
Yeah, if you want to do an insurgency, there is no better terrain. I do not envy the guys fighting it out down there.
This shows that DCS isn't all about turn and burn and firing off chaff and flares and shooting guns and missiles and things and dropping some some bombs and things like that. There's a lot more depth behind it. We're not in any modes either, because we're just doing like close air support, or we're doing like a air patrol. I suppose we could do anti-air mode. And set gun. What's this doing? It's various different bits of symbology there. I don't think I want Wacko though, do I? Where is it?
Uzi 11, you are 15 miles from Kasab. Contact Kasab Tower now 126.2. Monitor guard.
Uzi's push 126.2 left.
One, 2, 6.
Pickle 01, you ready to go?
Pickle 1.
Cables up, clear takeoff, runway 1.
Uzi check. Tower, Uzi 1 with you, flight of 2 Hornets inbound for low approach.
Uzi 1 flight, Tower, Windscom, altimeter 3015. You are cleared the low approach, runway 01.
Cleared low approach 01, Uzi 1.
Do you see that? It's his friend. Probably the tanker. Where is the where is Kasab? Oh, it's right on us. There it is. You'll hear that there'll be like lots of beeping and things like that as well throughout this whole thing. And it's because the aeroplane's scanning things and identifying things and all the rest of it. He's done well to keep on me.
Altitude.
Same as before, a little low approach. I'm on idle at the moment though, got a lot of energy still building, 384 knots. That runway's insane, there is no way.
Uzi 1, on the missed approach, fly heading 040, maintain 6,000 feet.
On the mist, heading 040, maintain 6,000, Uzi 1.
A little bit jaggedy.
Uzi 1, push tactical, monitor guard.
Uzi's push 13 left. Uzi's check left. Wizard, Uzi 1 checking in again.
So now we've got to try air-to-air refueling, I think.
Roger. Proceed direct Texaco.
Here we go.
Tech in 53 X-ray, climb Angels 18.
Uzi 1 direct Texaco up to Angels
53X. There's the TACAN. So the tanker's over there somewhere. Mark, hello, welcome. Get that back to Barrow. We're 29992, which is giving us the Angels. What was it? Angels 18. Oh, there's so much to this. Canadian Flight Sim says Matt Wags has said they only do aircraft. They can get all the information on, like, for this study aircraft, like F-16 and F-18, and so on. If they can't get proper information, they won't make it. Oh, look at that. Pretty cool. Oh, speed. So I've not done this before, this air-to-air refueling. I figured we could just give it a go during the stream and see what happens, basically. We've got to go master arm to safe. And we've got to find Texaco is on channel 11. Oops. A little bit bumpy. He's over there. Yeah, absolutely no idea what to expect from this. You guys are about to see probably some absolute carnage. Those of you who are quite good at DCS are probably going to wonder what the heck is going on. Yeah, it's not MSFS, but that's pretty swish. And the clouds are really good. Look at that. Just lost the altitude there a second. Let's just get that back. I've got to find Texaco 11. But he's all the way over there. And flying away. Let's try and catch him. Swish, cool, it's nice. Looks good, swish is good. So waypoint 3 is the tanker, but actually we're going to end up looking at doing waypoint 4 instead once we get beyond the tanker, because then it's returned back. Guns deactivated there because you can see that we're in weapons safe, and by then deactivating air to air means that we can now catch back up. Mad Rabbit says, can you please show your graphical settings? I'm struggling to set the graphics to where I like them. I'll do that now then. It's in controls. No, it's not. It's in options. There you go. Can't really see it that well because of it's all greyed out, but 3842 on 60. Take a picture of it, probably best. Resolution of cockpit display set to 1024. Anti-aliasing DLAA upscaling off. Sharpening 0.6. Everything then high on or extreme to sieve traffic off. Clouds ultra, water high. On, flare, high. Screenshot format to PNG, slightly better grading, and then all the rest of it turn right up at gamma 2.2, field of view 90, max frame per second 140. That's the tanker, and I think that's showing his direction of travel going left to right. No. He's actually going right to left. So he looks like he's holding over all of that terrain.
11, you are 10 miles from Texas.
Here we go.
11, contact them now on white 4. White 4.
Uzi 1 flight, push 15 right.
Use the standard radio DCS procedure to refuel from Texaco 11. So, tanker F6, intent to refuel.
Texaco 11, Uzi 11, request rejoin.
Here we go. Hoping he gives us something. No, I never did play Jane's Sim Canadian. It's interesting that hasn't actually picked up. Where's... Oh, I've overshot. There we go.
Weasel 1, Squawk 0262.
Weasel Squawk 0262.
It says use the tanker menu, which is what I'm doing.
11, Uzi 11, request rejoin.
So, probably on channel 11 then. F6, F1, let's try that.
Uzi 11, request rejoin.
Chuffineck. Texaco 11, 397.3. $24.5. Okay, that might be the right frequency. Hold on. F6, F1.
Texaco 11, Uzi.
There's the tanker. Visual of him. Do I have to flick from COM 1 to COM 2? How do I do that? Is it that? F6, tanker.
Texaco 1-1, Uzi 1-1, request rejoin.
Is there a way for me to turn COM 1 off? Where's he gone? There he is. The frequencies are correct. It's in here. Literally has it there. It's Texaco 11 284.5.
Texaco 1-1, Uzi 1-1, request rejoin.
Manual. $397.3. 397. Let's try that. Oops. F12. F6. F1. Now where's he gone?
Uzi 1-1, request rejoin.
This is not going well, is it? The heck is he's literally on the screen. 397.3. Up speed. Let's try 397.
Texaco 1-1, Uzi 1-1, request rejoin.
How the heck? Oh, there he is. I'll try and keep him visual, but at the same time try and sort out this ruddy radio issue. $397.3.
Texaco 1-1, Uzi 1-1, request rejoin. Texaco.
Can't work it out for the life of me. What speed's he doing? 200 knots. Chuffing heck. Why isn't this working? What binding am I using? It said the pop-up earlier, Mr. Season. It said use the DCS default refueling A18C menu, which is that the little com. Well, that says COM 1 ARC 210 there. So how do I change COM 1 at the top there, the main, to COM 2? The little menu on the top right hand side of the screen there. Right control, the comms menu. Ah, COM 2. F6. F1.
1-1, Uzi 1-1,
Him Chung. No, that hasn't done it either. Let's try that.
Texaco 1-1.
Change frequency.
1-1. Request rejoin.
Even flying alongside him, it's like he's completely unaware. Tanker. Primary 249.6.
Texaco 1-1. Uzi 1-1. Request rejoin. Uzi 1-1.
Yes!
Texaco 1-1. Proceed to pre-contact at 20,000 at 220.
Okay. God, that took a lot of working out. So getting used to this live with all of you guys. So pre-contact was 20,000 feet, and what was the speed? 240 knots. Now I've got to try and get visual with the guy again. Should be on the nose. 220 at 20,000. So he's now climbed to 20,000, indicated by on the map there, 20. So 20 at 22. And bearing in mind, you know, I've got energy to bleed off. Don't forget. There he is. And I can actually use the turn to help bleed off some of that energy as well. Let's get.
Ready, pre-contact.
Ah, Chufferneck, wrong keybind. Whoops.
Return pre-contact.
There we go. Got to get used to all these keybinds. So 20,000 feet, 220 knots. So I'm going to use 300 knots to get him, close him in. We'll get the old scoop out, the nozzle. Radar off. How do I turn the radar off? Is it that? Stand by. Thanks. We're doing all the learning. Okay, so here's a question. He said 20,000 feet, but why is he at 18? If I'm at 20,000 feet all the way up here, that's not pre-contact, is it? I've got to be down with him. Get the old speed brake out. I'll just trickle down to his height. Now, I'm going to rely on you guys talking me through this, so if you've got any tips, tricks, please share. Whoa, hey, look at that. Hit by some weight turbulence already. 241. Oh, he's got the booms out for us. Now, I don't know if my wingman is going to F11, wingman 2. Oh, who knows? Because I remember reading that it says your wingman is dumb. Don't rely on them actually refueling. Tip 1, don't hit the tanker, thanks 707 liner. I'll try not to. I've only tried this once, and at 35 minutes I didn't refuel correctly at any point. So we're almost in pre-contact. So just trying to inch in here, nice and gentle. Away from his wake turbulence.
Ready, pre-contact.
Oh, goodness sake. That's really, really frustrating because my keybind's set up wrong.
Ready, pre-contact.
Having to use a keybind there.
Return pre-contact.
God's sake.
Ready, pre-contact. Return pre-contact.
Oh. I can't do that because I'm having to look away at my keyboard whilst trying to maintain.
Ready, pre-contact. Return pre-contact.
That is pre-contact, isn't it?
Ready, pre-contact. Return pre-contact.
Should I just try and connect? There's the correct tanker. Somebody said in the campaign it was almost impossible to actually get the refueling. Oh. It's so sensitive. Might try the right wing in a minute.
Ready, pre-contact. Cleared contact.
Yes! Here we go. Whoa! I have no idea how this is going to go. Ah. Come on, Luke. Go on, Luke! Oh, hold on. I just need to relax, stop laughing. Come on, mate. Let's do this. 225 knots. Give it a little bit more speed. Come on. Oh my god, I've done it!
You're taking fuel.
Whoa! I'm going to turn auto throttle on here just to help me. Oh, broke off. Whoa! Watch the basket. Okay, I'm going to try that one more time. Oh my god. Who timed that? Also, why did it disconnect? Was I just going too slow? I think really I need to kind of hold a little bit more of a speed. Come on, let's go for it again. Thank goodness the fuel isn't just spraying all over me. Here we go. I can't believe I've done that. That's actually feels so rewarding. Come on. Come on. Oh, basically just crashed into the basket. Just reset here. Get, oops, a bit too much off the throttle there. God, this must take years for real pilots to hone, let alone us folk in DCS with the screen. Ah, chuffing heck. I can't remember what my aiming point was a minute ago when I was getting a good contact. Well, right in the sun now. Come on, let us settle. Oh, that's my fault. You know what I did there? I looked at the basket. And then a little bit of weight turbulence just tickling me. Oh, still in the turn. Come on, let's settle back in. Try and match him. I think he's levelling off here. Go 2 for 2. Ooh. Okay. Here we go. 2 for 2! A little bit forwards. Just to give a bit slack on the line. Following your advice. Oh, I broke contact. Oh my god. So how come it? Okay, so I've got to really close in and then fly right below the wing, right? Too far forward, Mr. Seasun. Oh, it's so precise. A little too high, a little too forwards. So basically connect and then just drop a tiny little bit. 230 knots seems to be the sweet spot for this chap. Right, here we go. 3 for 3. Oh, I thought that would have been a good connect. Mr. Misterno rage quit that when he tried in the A10. Hey, you know what? We've got loads of fuel. But this is learning live. Oh, come on. It's really hard. Really hard not actually looking at the tanker. So why has he said break away? Is it because he thinks we've finished refueling? Oh, ignore the breakaway chat. Thanks. Right, let's go again. It's hard to not kind of just go blasting in, carrying too much energy, and it's then also quite difficult just to creep up on it. Oh, like now, going in a bit too fast. Let's go 3 for 3. And then a little bit forwards. A little bit down.
Break away, break away, break away. Contact.
Oh.
Return free contact.
I'll use the bloody COM2. Okay, hold on, that's broke as well, because it's not actually allowing me to... Maybe it's going to allow us to connect again, hold on.
Contact. You're taking fuel.
Whoa! Oh my god, we're doing it! This is so hard! Oh my goodness. I'm waiting for it in the chat. He's a natural! Oh my goodness. This is fantastic. I can't believe I've put DCS off for so long. Look at the fuel display on the bottom right. Oh dear, getting distracted. On the the bottom left, my IFE. Look at the fuel going up. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to stare at the pod. Ah. Oh my goodness. We're doing it. I'll get back to the chat in a second, folks. Oh. Oh. Hey, we're taking loads of fuel. Oh my god, we're still connected. This is fantastic. Oh. Okay, so I reckon...
Abort rejoin.
Post refuel. Oh, and it's now loading the next thing. Right, so what it says, half expected the tanker to start turning. That's a horrible moment. It was, I think, most of the time throughout that. That was crazy. That was intense. I'm actually sweating. Oh. Congratulations, you've done what took most, at least months to connect. Yeah, not full yet, but yeah, you can skip through on this mission to basically go post refuel. We've done the refuel, and I don't know where the tanker is. It's skipping through the next little bit. Here we go.
Wizard, Uzi 1 checking in, refuel complete.
There's my wingman.
Uzi 1 Wizard, roger. Proceed direct cap point 1, maintain Angels 30.
Uzi 1 direct cap 1 and up to Angels 30.
Where's Cat 1? Don't actually know. Cat 1, waypoint 4. Okay, that's right ahead of us. God, that was intense, wasn't it? That was really intense. Cat 1, 7 miles, 51 seconds. That was so fun. I've got to keep doing that more and more. Cat 1's 4, then we've got waypoint 5.
Wizard, Uzi 1's established in the cap.
Uzi 1 Wizard, roger. Maintain cap between cap 1 and cap 2, left-hand orbits.
So we're going to go autopilot. Going to go to barometric altitude hold.
CAD Force 3044. Radio check, white 1.
Say again?
It's Scan Force 3044. Radio check on White One.
Scan Force 3044, authenticate Papa Alpha.
Scan Force 3044.
Okay.
Authenticates Alpha.
Mad Rabbit
Scan
says,
Force 3044, radio checks 5x5.
oh my god, the thought mirrors were missing in the F18, troubleshooting for over an hour, and find they're actually mounted on the canopy, and I hadn't closed that yet. Also, don't forget, if you click them, they fold. Like so. Where's my wingman? Don't actually know, but look at this, 30,000 feet. Stunning. Craig, hello mate, says amazing job on the refueling, that took me so long to be able to do in DCS. Yeah, I definitely think the hardware and the setup and things help. Getting a couple of little curves and things like that definitely helped. What have we got? Master arm. Yeah, that's on. Radar's on. Just make sure we've got everything set as we want, because we're doing close air support now. Basically, we're just going to fly continuous orbits until we're told otherwise. Oh, MiG-29 Alpha's just got airborne at Banda. I think we might have a bit of air-to-air about to kick off. Here we go.
Launch activity detected. Bonder a boss.
Uzi 1 copies that. Keep us advised.
Roger. Wizard shows us to be a MiG-29 single ship. Maintain your station between Cap Point 1 and Cap Point 2.
Uzi 1.
What have we got? Stores 7M, 9M and a 9M. So I'm just going to select my right tactical thingy. And we also want to go for... We'll just go into loft for now. We've got ECMs ready. ECMs to receive. We also want to go to... sorry, EW, electronic warfare. No, it's not on. That's changed now. Got to get it on.
Uzi 1, Wizard, bogey jackpot 02515, track southeast, ID, single ship MiG-29. Maintain
South, semi-auto.
Southbound, we might send you over to intercept. Weapons tight, acknowledge.
Mode 2.
Uzi 1 copies all, weapons tight, and
Mode 2. So still can't fire until fired upon. That's now armed as a system. Electronic warfare page. Let's keep that up. I don't know what to expect. So basically just, we're holding Angels 300, 350 knots. Just going to come down on the throttle a little bit here. And going to go ATC mode. So auto throttle's got it as well. Then we can just kind of focus on planning. So you can start blipping people, trying to work out what they are. Friend. So I can disengage him. That MiG's airborne. And actually he's behind us, so our tactical radar won't come up with anything yet. And I think this is supposed to be the Strait of Hormuz. And I've got my wingman with me somewhere. Don't know where. Roy says if I can do mid-air refueling, I can definitely do it. Aha. There he is. That's my wingman. The MiG-29 is that one, isn't it? Is it that there? 18? Oh yeah, the 29, that one. So I can see position relative to him there. So this is building into kind of the unknown, isn't it? Because I don't actually know what's about to happen. What scale is that on? The left screen. Not actually sure. Also, do I have to press...
Wizard, bogey jackpot, 090 for 15, now turning southbound. Uzi 1, ensure you're monitoring guard.
He's coming our way. Am I already on guard? Sure I should be. There he is. Red. Okay, so now he's active. He's actually coming straight towards us. Yeah, do I have to press the chuff button? In fact, that's a point. Just going to go to adjust controls. And you want to search for dispense, because I'm learning as we go. There's a dispense button, but actually I want the dispense switch, which is this one, isn't it? So that is, just to double check my controls here, that's pre-contact, is that one. Okay, so the same one as the probes. Oh boy. Okay, so he's now been illuminated. And selected. $28 miles.
Uzi 1, Wizard, bogey, jackpot, 122 for 17, southbound. Uzi 1, you are ordered to intercept the bandit. Intercept the bandit, weapons tight, acknowledge.
Uzi 1's cleared to intercept, weapons tight.
Iranian fighter aircraft southbound. This is Coalition Air Defense on guard. We are approaching Coalition airspace. Turn left, heading 090, and stay clear of the Coalition airspace.
God, I think I've got ourselves a dogfight. Okay, throttles mill. 14 miles. Closing velocity of 1,000 knots.
Are you in contact with bogey at all on any frequency from Planet Point?
This mission is amazing.
Negative time, 0 miles for negative. Clearing intercept, weapons tight.
Uzi 1's cleared to intercept, weapons tight.
400 knots, good close speed.
Uzi 1, Wizard, roger. When in formation with the bogey, attempt to contact the aircraft on guard.
Uzi 1, roger. Uzi 1, flight push 243.0 on the right. 2 for 1, ensure master arm off, weapons hold, acknowledge. 2.
Oh, I've lost loads of energy in that. So I don't know if... what frequency was that we had to contact him on? $243. Don't actually know. how to do that either. Guards 243, there we go, G for guards, that helps. And so, control, shift. But I don't know how to do that. I know what I can do. Have a quick look at the manual for the mission. Objective 1, frets. That's interesting. When I click away, it actually leaves the DCS.
Wizard, Uzi 1's intercepted the bandit.
Okay, there we go. It's because I have to intercept him.
Uzi 1, Wizard, roger. Attempt to contact the aircraft on guard.
Uzi 1, roger.
Getting this jet blast there. But Orcs radio to 243.
MiG-29
There we go.
southbound at 25,000 feet. This is United States Navy fighter aircraft on guard. You are violating coalition airspace. Turn north immediately. Wizard from Uzi 1. No response from the bandit.
Wizard copies.
Wizard, Uzi 1. Bandit is a MiG-29. Port number 03-116. Appears armed with 2 R-60 missiles. It's got 3 external tanks.
There he is. Did a rubbish job at this.
Uzi 1, Wizard, roger.
But again, don't know what to do at this point. Oh, I've got to try and get the energy back. Hold on. Let's get back on him. So, weapons are safe, but I'm in air-to-air mode. All I've got to do is flick the switch to get them armed. And what I've found with all of this is you've got to really focus on the energy of the aeroplane. Get the Polaroid out, get inverted, Ian says. That would be cracking, wouldn't it? What's his speed? Going pretty slow, actually. Come up on him.
Iranian MiG-29 southbound near Kasab. You have been intercepted by United States Navy fighter aircraft. You are in coalition airspace. Turn left immediately. Over.
US Coalition, this is Iranian MiG-29, call sign Safid-01. It's a beautiful day for flying, wouldn't you agree?
Safid-01, this is U.S. Navy fighter aircraft on your wing. You're violating coalition airspace. Turn left.
You're shining. I was, I flipped in the bird upside down. There you go, Roy. So you've got to be within range.
Establish comms with the MiG on guard.
Tomcats are en route. Cheat 4.
Tomcats, call sign.
Coalition aircraft, this is Safid-01. I have a message for you from the commander of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard.
Jeez, this is getting serious.
My command wishes to inform you that the airspace erroneously labeled Iran is on aviation charts. In fact, Iranian-controlled airspace. Any unauthorized aircraft operations within the Iranian-controlled airspace will be challenged by Iranian military forces. Break. The Iranian military command wishes to inform you that all east-west marine traffic transiting the Strait of Hormuz now will require clearance from the Iranian Navy prior to entering Strait.
So this is like the campaign
Failure to do so may
building
result
in.
severe consequences. U.S. coalition, do you copy?
This is kind of just a gradual escalation in the campaign mission that they've created. This is great. Somebody spent the time doing this.
Heading 010 and exit coalition airspace.
Got to land the bloody aeroplane yet. How's the fuel? Plenty.
United States Navy fighter. This is Sifet 01. Please ensure your leaders understand. Serious consequences will result if the coalition continues to operate in this area. I'm turning north now.
Wizard Uzi 1, be advised, make a start at a left-hand turn.
It's got burners on as well.
Stay with him and ensure he leaves the area.
Uzi 1.
See, that's the weight turbulence there affecting the aeroplane. Just going to go offset. So this is sort of it's air patrolling, isn't it? I can't remember, they call it CAP, but I can't remember what the C stands for. Look at the
U.S. Navy fighter. This is Sifet 01. I'm heading back to my airbase now. I hope that our governments can come to a peaceful conclusion to this business. I hope that the next time we meet are under more friendly circumstances.
Cepheid 01, this is U.S. Navy fighter aircraft. Roger. Understand you're heading back to Iran. Have a safe flight back.
Wizard, Cheat 4, checking in.
Cheat 4, Wizard, roger, heading 340, maintain Angels 22.
Cheat 4.
I have got a button for ejector seat.
Uzi 11, Wizard, you are directed to RTB Mother, fly direct Mother, TACAN 74 X-ray, acknowledge.
Uzi 1, RTB Mother.
Jesus.
Uzi's push 1 right.
There we go. Got hit by the old turbulence there, the weight turbulence. We're gonna go into here. HSI TACAN, which is now on the nose that way. Mad Rabbit, you want to press the. You've got like a little switch here. Do you see the little diamond at the top right? There's like a little diamond there. That says that you can move this little tactical targety thing. But actually, when it's locking onto a certain area, if you want a disregard button, which will cancel it off. Waypoint 5. No, waypoint 6 for home. So channel 11 for the ILS. Channel 11. ATC's on 248.5. Where's my, there we go, 248.5. No, can't see it. It's not giving me any kind of... Might be channel 20 again. It's not giving me a course, interestingly enough. Where's me wingman? Oh, there he is, all the way over there. Yeah, MPS is asking there, how's it going with all the buttons, switches and things. I think when you're doing some of the tutorials that they have automatically in the aeroplane, it's not the smoothest. So, it's a bit difficult. Channel 11. Yes, thank you. Now we get ILS on that, which is good. So we won't activate that immediately. We're just flying the TACAN. Thank you, Paul. Appreciate all of the tips, guys. You're helping me learn lots. Hopefully you're enjoying today. It's on receive still. Anti-skid needs to be off. That's something else that it's kind of reset there from the aeroplane.
Uzi's check rate.
Oh yes.
2.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's go to 350 knots.
Well, I do have to say that was interesting.
Interesting? That was intense. Never thought I'd get that close to an Iranian MiG.
Yeah, hopefully that's the only time we'll have to. Let's get out of here.
Roger.
Okay, let's get all the throttle mode on, 342 knots. Okay, so that's a bit better. So we're just checking right, as in the right radio. Great spot by Craig there, thank you. It doesn't really kind of give us that spiel in the aeroplane. In the mission, so it makes it quite difficult. Do we have an Angels to maintain? Your radar's not scanning at all, Mad Rabbit. Check you've got that there. Radar set to OPR.
Uzi 1, contact approach button 4.
Uzi 1 flight button 4.
Okay, use the standard ATS. We've got 33 miles to go, so we've got to go control, ATC, CVN 74.
Marshall 401. Marking mops 334 430. Angels 17.5. Holding hands with 412. Low state 7.8.
Letters weather is visibility 10 plus mile. Scattered clouds at above 10,000. Altimeter is 3016. Case 1 recovery expected BRC 317. Report see me at 10.
401.
317. So how do we do a rejoin from here? If we're flying direct at that angle, straight to the kind of the corner of the carrier, we're not going to just fly over the top of it and all that, are we? Book bypassed carrier, great spot. So the missions reset a lot of those, I think, when we did the tanker and then skipped across to the next section. Now I've got three options: F1 abort inbound, F2 see you at 1.6, and then F3 request azimuth. What do they mean? Oh. My brain feels really full from that mission, and we didn't really do anything. But I've definitely got to set the keybinds up for comm menu. Comms 1 and 2, I need to sort that out. See you at 10 nautical miles from the carrier. You see, select F2. See you at 10. Okay, so we're at 18.6. So how do we go about rejoining from here then? We're going direct, kind of at a weird angle to the carrier, whereas usually, at least the training tutorials, they have you kind of fly downwind on the wrong side, and then you brake across. How do we rejoin from here? Is it all depending on the Marshall stack, whatever they call it? Is that basically what we're going to get from the tower now is what we're going to have to do? Can you guys hear all the comms as well? Hopefully you can. Got to get back to 350 knots. Let's get that back to radar offline. FCS is good. So really we should route further off that way then, Craig, is that right?
401. See you at 10.
There it is.
Update state, switch tower.
401. Low state 7.3.
That was switch tower. Channel 3. F2 says Clara now, what does that mean? And F3 flight kiss off. There's the carrier. I've got no idea what to expect.
Altitude. Altitude.
Weird. Oh, I know why. I think maybe I might have set my rad out minimums really high for some reason. There's the carrier. Let's get rid of that. What does Clara mean? I'm going to click it anyway.
Clara.
Maybe I'm on the wrong frequency.
Clara.
Oh, goodness me. A18C 2.48.5, I'm on that. What does Clara mean? Where's my hook switch? There it is. Got it. Hook down. Right, any clues about the comms, folks, for...
Clara. Clara.
for talking to these guys? I don't know what Clara is. It said switch tower.
Clara.
Oh my goodness. Why is he flying with me? Flight kiss off, is that send him off? Yeah, off he goes. See ya.
Clara.
Okay. Look at me gear. Where's me gear? $250 flaps. There's the ship. Rolling. Whoa, I've lost loads of altitude there. Sloppy. Get back up to 600. Oh, actually, I know why. Rad out. Rad out, rad out, rad out. 180. Okay, so Clara obscures. The thing, I've not been cleared by the tower to land. Angle of attack's good. Hopefully I'm doing this alright for a complete rookie. Yeah, Craig, I'm not sure. Oh, zip lip for case one. Okay, cheers, mate. Alright, let's just plough in anyway. I've gone a bit too tight on the old turn. And it's weird because you have to have a habit of not touching pitch. I'm too low here. Oh, hold on. Where's... Flols. Ah, I was looking at my keybinds. Buggered that right up. Here we go. Sod it. Broken that. Let's go. Gear up. Flaps. That sun's right on my head. In my face. Try again. God, there's so much going on. Get down. Full flap again. I'm way too low. 600 feet is roughly where you should be rolling out here. I've just buzzed that ship as well, which I'm sure they're really pleased about. Sun in face called Clara. I'm going to get that A18C menu up so that I can actually kind of do that again and call Clara. I've also got to fly. You know what I didn't look at before? The course. I've drifted far too high again. My goodness. This is because I'm starting to sweat. Right, gear down, hooks down. Flaps full. Round we go. I've just got to remember what my ball. I think it's that button I'm holding here for ball. Speed. Too high. God, I've stuffed that up as well, haven't I? Weird there, I was almost getting like no authority from the controls. And I've well and truly overflown that. How much fuel have we got? Loads of fuel. Thanks, Craig. What I might do is... you know what? We might have recovered this. Ah! He got in my way. Gear up. What I'm going to do now is reset, I think. I'm going to brake right, and I'm going to try and do a whole reset again. Just to try and get back to how we were for setting up for the brake initially. Love the graphics on this, it's so good. Right, there's the ship. My goodness, this is really tough, isn't it? Okay, so let's just reset. We were here before. I don't think my Tobii eye tracker is quite got the right setup. Let's just reset this for a little flyby. So this campaign, Steph, you need the Persia map, obviously, in order to make it work. Okay, let's go again. Just going to let that nose drop. There's the ship. Oops. I want rad out. Okay, there's the ship. God, that sun's really bright, isn't it? I'm going to get my Con 1 ready for the landing, case 1. So I've got option for Hornet Ball now. What's that speed? 271. 800. That's what we want. That's 660 because rad out keeps changing back. 800 is what we want. There we go. 350 knots. Let's try again for the brake. .360, a little fast. So I'm actually going to try and be a little bit more in line with the actual runway, which is like this. We've got a crosswind by the looks of it as well. I've dropped a couple of 100 feet there, not great. So actually now I've got to try and hold my altitude. Speed's coming off, altitude's good. Definitely Toby eye tracker's not how I want it set up. It's gone back to barometric altitude again. Little bit of power. 600, doing a bit better this time now with reset. 180, let's just hold about 180. Is it 180 I think for approach speed? I think it is, isn't it? And then that's nice and trim there for 160 knots without losing altitude. He says. Oh. There's a button for putting your visor down if you're not equipped with NVGs. That's good to know. Roll. Power to try and kill the descent. Too much power. 30 degrees, isn't it, is what we want to target. Too much rate of descent. Jesus. I can't quite get that right. That's making a bit of a mess of that. But anyway, I think we're kind of probably back on profile a bit more now.
Hornet Ball, 8.8.
Roger ball. You're low. A little right to line up.
Whoa.
You're drifting. You're lined up left. You're drifting left. A little right to line up. Power. Wave off, wave off.
Go again. Too slow. Oh my god. Try flying the turn in the bracket only using throttle. That's what I really struggle with. So I'm just going to try and hold. I'm going to keep gear and everything down. I'm going to just try and hold a decent speed here. Maybe try a different angle to it. Flaps are out. Still go. Make sure I'm below 250. 840. So when I'm turning, I want to hold 600 feet, right? I remember it saying in one of the tutorials I watched, I think it might have been Grim Reapers, don't look at the carrier. So I've got the course line there. He said just go on the instruments. Oh, a bit too high. Want to be full flap, gear down. Bypass on carrier for the hook. I'm actually a bit too high here, but to be fair, given my issues on that last approach, maybe that's a good thing. It's too high, aren't I? As in, I'm sinking too quickly. That's my issue. It's a bit better. Telling me I'm fast though. There we go. AOA. Rolling out of the turn. I've got to lose a bit of power. Oh god, this is really full on. Gotta get my menu setting ready and my keybind ready.
.401, Hornet Ball, 8.2.
Roger ball. You're a little low. You're lined up left. Right to line up. Right to line up. Wave off, wave off.
Ah, again. Let's go. Whoosh. Okay, let's just try a different method here. So, that was a little bit more stable that time, wasn't it? So, 800. 180. It's because they're saying wave off, and I keep just keep blasting away from it. Yeah, a lot of power in the turn. I'm going to middle power actually to try and maintain 600. That beep there is the rad out because I've dropped below 600. To be fair, I'm not flying the approach, so I should be using a bit of pitch in this as well. Bit low. Gotta get back to 600. Loads of fuel. Hey Kasani, welcome. So I reckon I'll probably... What do you guys think, the pros? I'm probably a bit too wide, right? Each time I'm flying this, probably a little bit too wide in the whole thing. We want stable at 600-ish. There's the E bracket, which is on the horizon currently. 160. There's 600. It's determination to do well. I reckon we can start the turn. So a lot of power. Too much rate descent. Oh. Oh my goodness, the speed. .205.
40, 01, port of ball, 7.6.
Roger, ball. You're low.
There's the E bracket. No, I'm going anyway. Yeah, boy! Oh, right. Okay, so wings get folded. Hook goes up. Nose wheel steering high. Well done, it says you'll be proceeding to the next campaign. Almost a bolter, yeah. He's probably thinking, my goodness, this guy is bloody awful. How'd you park? It says you may end the mission now. Thankfully no one's coming. Whew, I know. In and breathe, it says. That was intense. Yeah, my biggest thing there, Mr. Season, is I'm losing a lot of altitude in that final turn, to be fair. But we've accomplished air-to-air refueling for the first ever time. I think this is my canopy button. It is. Lovely. Interesting. Oh, hold on. It's because I didn't unlock and refold. There we go. Which I should have done earlier. So I've got to press the button and then allow it to fold. And then with the finger lifts, I can shut it off. But there's a bit of a shutdown sequence that I haven't yet learned, of course. Tell you what, that was really intense. I feel like I want to do it again. Same mission. But perhaps we just go into mission 2, which has the following briefing. Just get rid of that. Uzi 1, flight manning alert 15. Jets are loaded in the double ugly configuration, 2 AGM 65 Echoes and 2 GBU 12s. The strong high pressure system continues to remain in place over the area of operations, which will give us VFR conditions for the next 24 to 36 hours. Few clouds, visibility 15 miles in haze, winds in general will be light from the southwest. Overnight temperatures will be in the mid-20s, rapidly increasing as the sun comes up to expected highs of 39 degrees. Provide on-call availability for any tasking strike may have. Weapons type. Threats available in naval, army and air force on high state of alert, with SA-2 batteries located near Bandar Abbas and Kusham Island. Hawk batteries located at Bandar Abbas and Jask. Insurgent attacks on the increase in the peninsula, with manpads and heavy anti-aircraft artillery located around Kasal Air Base. Aggressive patrols throughout the region. Friendly air assets, multiple. Tankers, 2. Got a monitor guard. If scrambled, Uzi 1 must use either Cat 1 or Cat 3 for launch. I reckon we give that a go. How am I going with radar and weapon systems, Night Shepherd? Yeah? Oh, yeah, good. I think save track allows us to watch the mission, right? Can we like rewind and fast forward and things? I think we did really well there. We didn't crash, we went around a lot, but we actually did. We captured the basket 3 times for the air-to-air refuel, and we actually managed to take a whole load of fuel on board. So we click Watch Track, Save Track. It basically allows you to replay the entirety of your mission throughout throughout the kind of journey, if you like. So it'll allow you to... Oops, I'm still showing the PDF guide, my bad. What it does is it allows you to... JavaScript, I've pressed New Sky by accident. It allows you to kind of watch everything back as a replay. And if you save the track, it'll save everything you've done as a replay, from what I understand. I don't know. People use it. So end mission. And that's now shown success for score of 100% on a show of force. So next is close air support for Badger, mission 2. Which you can skip if you wish. We don't want to. Oh my god, it's got a tally for deaths in campaign. And air-to-ground kills, and air-to-air kills as well. Okay, right. I'll be back in a second to check the dog, and I reckon we're going to dive into mission 2. What do you guys think? Right, back. Okay, I thought actually we could instead go into training. No, it's not training, it's a mission, F18, and we could do some of these. So we've got here, we've got 1-to-1 basic fight maneuvers, 6 miles on your nose, co-altitude MiG-21. If we could do a couple of these. Ian, have a good one, mate. Some shorter ones to kind of breathe after that last campaign mission. Maybe we could do each campaign mission for each time we do GCS basically and keep kind of ticking along. Let's try Bold Cheetah mission 2. Cast for Badger. You've only know aggressive patrols. Yeah, we've read all of that. All comms secure, monitor guard, both radios at all times, refer to your kneeboard for frequencies, lineup cards, and more. Take off Cat 1, your wingman will follow you off Cat 2 after launch. There'll be a recovery tanker orbiting overhead the carrier if you need more fuel around the boat. Arco 91. 2992 for the QNH. We'll pause the music once we get in. Here we go. Right, so loading us in. Launch alert 15. So, battery. That's your, isn't it? That's a bit better. So, APU's green, engine crank right. See what happens with this mission, shall we? 320. Add the fuel. Brightness. Brightness. Forgot to do the fire tests, didn't I? This one. Whoopsie. In my head I'm like, scramble, scramble, quick, everybody panic. Everybody's starting up, look at that. So what was I on? Cat 1? Bleed back to normal. See if I can remember a lot of this. Standard heading, rely on the IRS, there we go, 90 seconds. INS degraded. We want to go to Test B. Which one's Cat 1? It's the one all the way down on the far end of the ship, isn't it? On the right hand side. Does it go Cat 1, 2, 3, oops, and then 4 on the far side? Close the canopy. Stand by. Dispensers on bit. Turn that bad boy on. 20 seconds left for INS. Peace and tranquility now in the jet. What was it? Strike on 20 when the jet's ready. Just going to turn map mode on. Off, sorry. CV is almost aligned. Okay. IFA. Engine 2. Anti-skid is off. FCA is good. Back to the bit menu. Radar. There's so much to do. Oops. Oh, I know why. The APU's turned itself off, which means I've probably got to turn it back on again to get engine 1 started. Sort that out. Radar's in test anyway. God, we're learning hard and fast with many mistakes. It's more like it. RPM's rising. Yeah, there's lots of learning, but it's great fun, Mr. Season. Actually, there's, like we did earlier on with the air-to-air refueling, massive sense of achievement when we got that nailed. Cola map's coming soon, apparently. What have we got? Up to Kasab. First, Bravo Echo, and then OMDM. How long does it take to do all these bits? Oops. IFF. Oh, have we got bombs? We do. What's the code to arm the bombs? I can't remember. What if it's in here? Fuse. Config. Client mil power, gross weight. Laser. It's usually like a thing to deal with the code. Fuse. Instant. Mode auto. But we'll look at that when we get airborne, because I think that's still a little way off yet. What else we got? Hood. Back to support page. Checklist. Stab trim. Takeoff trim. But actually, that needs to be changed. 46. 17. And FCS. Bit test. Tobii eye tracker definitely isn't quite set up nicely for all of this. Feels like it's slightly sideways as well, I don't know why. Right, so nav, operational, that's all good. You know what I didn't check? OBOGs. Got to work through each little bit here. Get the external lights on. Books on carrier. Landing lights off. Anti-skid is off. Flaps. Half. That's set on safe. That's all set. And then channel 12? Or was it was a scramble, wasn't it? So what have we got here? Hold on. F8 ground crew. Wheel chocks. Remove.
Chief, remove the wheel chocks. Copy. Wheel chocks are now removed.
Departure's on 5. When ready, check. Drop it neck.
Uzi, check. 20 left.
The heck?
Strike. Uzi 1's up.
He just crashed into me.
Uzi 1 strike, you've been tasked for a priority cast. We're gonna launch you.
Ah. That means we've got to do this again, don't we? We just lost my wingman. Quit. Fly again. We didn't get too far into it, did we? And I think there's probably a quicker way to get the bit stuff done. So I launched... I think it's the chocks triggered the A18C on 20, so I was right at going to 20. Night Shipper says, yeah, don't bother with bit tests. I'm going to align the RS, get the IFF set up, ECMs, and then go from there. Well, I know, Dino, I've killed Goose. Beluga says, I know you flew the PA-38. Did you have any issues with the controls? The plane sometimes won't do elevator, then won't do rudder. Is that on the ground? Because it won't steer the rudder if you're on the ground and stationary, because it's connected to the nose wheel, if that makes sense. Something to bear in mind. Now it's having to reset the mission to go back in, I think, from what I understand. Unless it's properly froze. It can take a little while. Oops. It says it's crashed, but sometimes it just takes a little while to load. It's done this a few times. He says. Usually it's not this slow. Might have to Alt F4 and go back into DCS. How long do you guys usually wait when it does this? Can't believe it wiped out my my wingman automatically. Just waiting for pooled tasks 1. I reckon it's crashed. A minute or so. Alright, we'll give it another couple of seconds. It's the first time it's ever, if I do have to kill it, sometimes it's let's kill it. Thankfully, it's not like Microsoft Flight Simulator, where it takes 20 minutes to load the sim. This is, I've just clicked it, you'll see how fast this is to get into. Bam. Campaign. Bold Cheetah. Alert 15. Air to ground mission this is, so I've actually not done bombing in this. So I'm not sure what to expect. Well, look how fast that was as a little reset. And we're back in. Okay, so try and learn from. Yeah, it was strike on 20 once we've started. So
Engine fire left. Engine fire left.
usually you start this first.
Engine fire
They're all going to
right.
start firing up the engines.
Engine fire right. APU fire. APU fire. Bleed air left. Bleed air left. Bleed air right. Bleed air right. Engine fire left.
Do test beat.
Engine fire left. Engine fire right. Engine fire right.
Yeah, Mr. Season, that's it.
Fire. APU fire. Bleed air left.
Altimeter's 29902 already.
Bleed air
That's all
right.
good.
Bleed air right.
Off the test, get rid of the master caution. APU on. Hide the stick, we don't need that. Anti-skids off, pop brakes on. That's set to carrier. APU's green. Just make sure they're both in the stop. There we go, let's fire engine number 2 up. RPM through 20. Unclick. Chronic's welcome. F8 ground crew, F4 wheel chocks, remove.
Chief, remove the wheel chocks. Copy. Wheel chocks are now removed.
Engine crank left.
Roll left. Roll left. Flight controls.
Done.
Flight controls.
IFF. CV. HSI standard heading. Wait for alignment. That can go on standby to warm up. Dispenser on to on. Canopy closed. Radar. That's unarmed. Bleed air. Norm. FCS. Quick reset of that. That's green. Checklists. While we're here, turn the APU off. Stab trim to 12. We want 16. Sorted that out. That's good, that's all fine. Got to warm that up. Got about that. Got to turn that on. Attack on 74X, we don't have to worry about that. They're all normal, that's all set. Pito's not required. Still waiting on 4 seconds. It's not really, it's more like 30 seconds. What if you hit the auto page on the bit test now? It does everything, I think. Everything in test all at the same time. Data link, thanks. That's on. IFA. Waypoint 1 selected. Stores. 32LG. Ooh, mode. What would I select for that? CSIP man, FD, or auto? Not sure. Mode CCIP. CCRP, got it, thank you mate. So that looks like that's all set ready. EW. Manual 1. We'll go to flares 2. Save. We step through that was fine. Return. Go back. That's good. I assume they're just going to sort of get themselves ready automatically anyway, right? Not getting any stab trim this time. Alright, anyway, channel 20. F10? Nope. F12. Sort my headset out. And is it... Just got to find the right carrier thing here, bear with me. Bingo fuel, thank you, yeah. Just trying to find a page on this Chuck's guide at the minute, which tells me which traps are what. It's not actually telling me yet. No, it's not telling me. Carrier takeoff page. I don't know. Anyway, bingo fuel. $65. You know what I've not done? Recage that. Got rid of that. Turn that on. The radio. Yeah, it's all hot mic. Right, I've got to keep rolling to get out of their way. before he runs me over. I'm literally running away from my wingman.
Uzi, check, 20 left.
Here we go.
Strike, Uzi 1's up.
Uzi 1 strike, you've been tasked for a priority cast. We're going to launch you immediately. I have initial coords when you're ready to copy.
So, Cat 1.
Go ahead for Uzi 1.
Uzi 1 strike, you are to proceed to IP west, lat long north, 2604.
Yeah, there we go. He's telling me spread me wings.
560650. How copy?
Okay, Uzi 1 copies IP west, lat long, north 260422.
Here he comes.
East 560650.
Uzi 1 strike, that's a good copy. Wizard will have further words airborne. Good hunting, strike out.
Uzi's push 4 left, 1 right.
Can't get my my stab trim changed this time. There we go. Moving a little bit. It's very slow. Brakes. $16. Launch bar down. Hold on. Control Y, Y. The heck? There we go, that's better. Where has he gone? There he is. Oh, not enough force. There we go, good stuff. Oh, he's off. That's up. Flying Panda, yes. For some reason it's taken me a very long time to get all of that done. I know why. Okay, check flaps, auto. Needs to be on half. There we go, that's a bit better. Okay, so let's free the controls. And wave him off. Grab the tail rail. Here we go. Don't know where he's gone. We've got a slight roll to the right there for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know. Let's get rid of the afterburners. Just find out where the heck I'm going because it's throwing me off, that has. Okay, so we've got to go left. Receive. Head where we want. Gone for now. I don't know at what point the next event triggers. It's catching up on the right hand side, as you can see there. What have we got here? Through the Strenophamus. So views instant mode CC up P. I don't know what the code is. Maybe it's in this thingy. Radar. Targeting pod. $16.88. Thank you. Hopefully. Oh, error. Oh yes. Thank you very much. So there's the sequencing. So I've got to press my weapons release button, don't I? Which is the kind of red button. Rather than it be the trigger, it's that button on my HOTAS, yeah? Air to ground is the active mode. Got terrible controls on the right here for the bank. And then we've also got... Where has it gone? We've got Fleur. Yes, thank you, Master Ramon. Where's the Fleur? Maybe we don't have it in this. So that's the air map. No, I don't have a targeting pod attached, so that'll be why. So then it's just normal kind of drop as you see, right? Okay, bombs are ready.
Badger 1, Uzi 1, checking in with you.
Okay, so we're trying to get contact with our mates.
Badger 1, you're coming in weak and unreadable. We'll try again in a few miles.
HSI. Waypoint designate.
Badger 1,
One.
Uzi 1, checking in with you.
Uzi 1, Badger 1 as you 3x3.
Which is targeting mode. There we go. Delegate Bravo Kilo, Badger authenticates November.
Uzi 1 copies.
We're very close.
Checks. We're flight at 2 Hornet, mission number 714 Alpha. Southeast of your position at this time.
Here we go.
4 AGM 65 Echoes, 2 GBU 12. Laser codes are 1688. Instantaneous fusing on both. It's got
Mav.
156 rounds of gun. Flight time 20 minutes. Ready to copy your sit rep, over.
Uzi 1, roger. We're taking fire from the hillside to the east and the hillside south of us.
What do you mean, Mav?
Targets are bunker-like structure located on the mountain east of us and a structure south of us. Man-pad sighted on ridge line southeast of friendlies. Track-mounted AAA gun sighted on the same ridge 60 minutes ago. Small arms up to 14.5 Mike possible. All friendly units located on the valley floor inside a small farm compound. We have good cover at the moment. As for waypoints, we'll expect to use the Mavericks on the last known position of the man pads. GBUs for the bunker, Maverick on the house, guns if necessary.
Jesus. I don't know what any of that means.
5-1 ready, 9 line.
Go ahead 9 line.
1, Uzi 1, go ahead 9 line.
Nine line as follows. IP west, heading 105, distance.
How'd you use
5
Mavericks then?
miles, target elevation 2733 feet. Target infantry, possible SA-18, north 260320, east 561301. Target will be marked by Badger 1, laser code 1688. Friendlies northeast 800 meters on valley floor. Egress north. Use AGM 65.
AGM 65.
Okay, Uzi copies. Target elevation 2733 feet. Target infantry, possible SA-18. North 260320. East 561301. Target will be marked by Badger 1 on laser code 1688. Friendlies northeast 800 meters on the valley floor. Egress north. Use AGM 65.
That's that.
Uzi 1, read back correct. Laser on. Code 1688. Cleared hot on the target.
Cleared hot, Uzi 1-1.
How do I find the laser designator? Maybe you guys can help with that. So I'm going to drop the 82 LGs and they're going to find the target. Is that right? Oh, there's the fires. Okay, hold on actually. I might have... It doesn't tell me guidance wise. Well, I've just released one. No, I haven't. me, surely. Oh my goodness, it was for me. I've got to eject. So I can't work out how to do the bomb bit. Which is a bit annoying. So that's the bit I've struggled with. Waypoint designating. But there I am. My first mission. Oh dear. Maverick laser guided. Here we go. So master mode's AG switch can only be activated when wheels are off the ground. Arm up. SMS stores. Select MAV. Press OSB next to MAV. Press it a second time to enter MAV display. Laser Maverick will start a self-test that takes 30 seconds. You can monitor cooldown progress in MAV display by pressing OSB next to crossed out MAV. Once MAV cooldown is complete, the timer will disappear. Then select instantaneous fusing. My goodness. Select the code, match the codes. You've got to do that for each one and cycle through each weapon. That's what I didn't do with the bombs actually either, did I? Who knows? Right, anyway, let's quit out of that. We'll lose the progress. Pretend like we didn't do so badly. And then it was... Nope. Mission. Okay, Maverick practice. To be fair, I actually thought that was just going to be dogfighting, not Maverick bombs. In fact, let's go into that. So one final mission. Where is it? Air combat. Sidewinder. Yeah. Sidewinder. So my chaff is forwards and back. That one with the angles on it. So that's good. Let's see what happens here. Dogfight to end the stream. So we're gonna go air to air. That's on, they're on. I've got to designate that guy now. Burners. It started me off without my modes on. In the middle of trying to set that up. There he is. My goodness, he's slow. Has he bailed? That guy has. Cheeky bugger just fired a missile at me. Oh, dear me. I'm still not convinced my chaff and stuff are all set up correctly here. Where'd he go? Ah, chuffing neck. What have we got here weapons wise? 9M, loft, gun. Got him down there. Got too much energy. Is that Fox 3? Too close, really. Oh, I've got him, though. Splash 1. That's Fox 2, I think. And now his mate's coming in for some. You want some? I'll give it you. There he is.
Altitude. Altitude.
We're fine. Speeds heavy. Let's go high. God, it's really hard just trying to find where they've gone. What? That didn't go well. I thought because of sidewinders, I thought we would have had my countermeasures kick in and give me warnings. We didn't have any of that. Take one out of the game. Oh, he's got the turn on me. Oh my goodness. Just jettisoned my canopy. I need to change that keybind, definitely. How the heck did that happen? Getting very fresh out here. He's just giving away a good old clue. Toby eye track is definitely not happy with this. Got him. Got them both. Get some of that. He's about to splash himself out. He's going low. Gone. Right, back to the 9Ms. Just realised now, because I've jettisoned my canopy, I don't have my mirrors. How are we doing energy wise? 650. So I can't get chaff or anything to actually go. Oh, it's on standby again now. Mode. Let me just try something, hold on. Yeah, that works. Okay, right, 340 watt. In the middle of a dogfight here, let's keep going. Two, 3, 4, 4. What are we? 320. Ah, got him. Got both actually. He's got friendly on him. Realise he's right. Oops. Gotcha. You bugger. Oh, I've lost the energy. Oh, bloody hell. Can't see where he's gone. I've got no mirrors. There he is. Actually, that's friendly. There he is. That's the baddie. Okay. Sent one away. Fox 2, isn't it, I think? Bam. Get some. Okay, so I've got my chaff working. I've got no flares left. Oh my god, it's jettisoning all of them. Still going. 2. What program is that on? Oh, repeated 10 times. My goodness. No wonder I've run out. So it says repeat there. I need to have turned that down. And maybe turn that one up. Okay, that's good to know. And now I've run out of fuel, I think. So, there we are. I hope you guys have all enjoyed today's live stream. Something a little bit different, a bit of DCS madness, and a little bit of carrier work as well, actually. So throwing myself right into the deep end. Obviously not amazingly talented at this, but the whole point is we're learning, as if you might be for the very first time getting DCS fired up and giving it all a go. But yeah, in the meantime, as always, thank you very much for watching. Hit like, hit subscribe before you head off. Hopefully you've enjoyed Fighter Friday, and if you want to see more of it, do let us know, either in our Discord server or in the live chat or in the comments post stream as well. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. I'm back to work now, and I'll see you very soon. Let's head out of here. See ya.